Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about stepping into your power. Welcome to Don't Let the Old Lady In, the podcast where we challenge outdated beliefs about getting older and embrace wellness, self-love, and confidence. Your host is Lori Gardner, a registered nurse and nationally board-certified health and wellness coach, and she is your guide on this journey to vibrant, mindful living. Each episode will explore topics that nourish your mind, body, and spirit, and how to navigate health issues in the healthcare system as you age, so you can live with energy, purpose, and joy. Let's get started. Here's your host, Lori Gardner. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Don't Let the Old Lady In. Today, our title is Awaken, Joy, Purpose, and Flow in the Second Half of Life. You know, ladies, as we move through midlife and beyond, finding true meaning and purpose becomes more important than ever. So in this episode, we're going to explore how self-love forms the foundation of a vibrant, purposeful life and how real joy begins within. You'll discover why tuning into your own inner voice and intuition is more powerful than following endless outside advice like diets and exercise, and how purpose can boost your emotional, mental, and physical health. Using the 12 dimensions of wellness, feelings, thinking, communicating, intimacy, and flow, will uncover practical ways to stay connected to yourself, find deep meaning, and keep your spirit radiant at every age. Ladies, it's time to tap into your inner power, embrace joy, and live with vitality. Remember, you are not getting older. You're becoming more fully you. So whether you're in midlife or beyond, feeling like there's still so much more inside of you, you're right. And it all starts with one thing, self-love. So let's explore loving yourself, finding joy within, and connecting to that deeper sense of purpose. So why does purpose and meaning matter so much as you age? Well, you know, as we age, we start to realize it's not the busyness, the job title, or the to-do list that gives life its richness, its meaning, its purpose, its feeling connecting to something bigger than ourselves. Even if that something is simply being fully alive in our own skin, that can be your simple purpose in life, ladies. Let's not complicate this. Our purpose is to find joy, and joy starts within. So that can be your purpose. It doesn't have to be this big event and goal. Studies show that having a strong sense of purpose can reduce the risk of chronic illness, lower the chances of cognitive decline, and even extend your life. Who doesn't want that? Purpose literally keeps you alive, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And yet, many people struggle with this as they get older. Maybe the kids have grown, maybe the career has ended, maybe the old roles no longer fit. That is why it's crucial to redefine purpose on your own terms, not based on what you do, but who you are. So here's that foundation, self-love and finding joy within. Before you go searching for a grand external purpose, the journey begins right where you are with self-love. Loving yourself isn't about being selfish. It's about deep acceptance, embracing all the parts of you, the messy, the glorious, the changing, and the growing. Self-love is what allows you to say, I am enough. I have value simply because I exist. You may decide that this can be your goal and purpose. Since a good part of your life, you may not have felt like this. You may not have felt like you were enough. Maybe you didn't value yourself enough. But you are an amazing spirit. In all your years, you may have just given that away to others. This is your time, ladies. When you start from this foundation, purpose isn't something you chase. It's something you unfold. Sometimes purpose is as simple as waking up with joy in your heart. It can be creating beauty in your home, tending to a garden, being present with a friend, laughing with your grandchildren, painting, writing, or dancing purely for yourself. Joy is a purpose. Love is a purpose. Being fully alive is a purpose. So how about that power within? Tuning into your inner voice. How's that going for you? Well, here's the truth. As you move through life, you'll receive a lot of advice from friends, family, society, even from well-meaning experts. But unless you've tapped into your own inner power, your intuition, your inner knowing, all that advice is just noise. I'm going to say that again because this is pivotal, so important. Unless you've tapped into your own inner power, your intuition, your inner knowing, all the external advice is just noise. It's just words. It's only when you listen to yourself, that still, wise voice within, that you can truly know what is right for you. Your purpose, your meaning, your next chapter. It won't come from someone else's map. It will come from within your own heart. And self-love is what clears the channel to hear it. When you love yourself, you trust yourself. When you trust yourself, you hear your inner voice and intuition more clearly. And when you follow that inner guidance, your life aligns with meaning, authenticity, and deep joy. So, how does purpose and meaning promote health and well-being? Well, when you have purpose and meaning, your entire being responds. You feel more energized. Your immune system strengthens. Your mental health stabilizes. You feel resilient, even in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. Purpose reduces stress, and stress reduction is key to preventing so many illnesses we often think are just part of aging. Meaning keeps your mind sharp, your heart open, and your body moving. Without meaning, life can feel heavy. With meaning, life feels lighter, brighter, and more beautiful, even on hard days. So let's use those dimensions of wellness to deepen purpose. How could you nurture purpose and meaning through the lens of whole person wellness, especially through these 4 powerful dimensions? Number 1, feelings. Honor your emotions. Let yourself feel joy, gratitude, and wonder, and even sadness when it arises. Purpose grows when you are willing to feel all of life. 2, thinking. Feed your mind with uplifting, expansive thoughts. Challenge negative patterns. Ask yourself often, what is still possible for me? 3, communicating. Express yourself openly, not just to others, but to yourself. Journaling, speaking your truth, connecting authentically with others, these keep the soul vibrant. And 4th, intimacy and flow. Allow yourself deep connection with life, with loved ones, and with yourself. Find your flow. Those are the activities that make you lose track of time and feel fully alive. Flow could be painting, gardening, volunteering, storytelling, traveling, whatever lights up your spirit. When you intentionally nourish your feelings, thinking, communicating, intimacy, and flow, you naturally live with more meaning. You become a living embodiment of joy, purpose, and vitality. So today, in wrapping up, I invite you to ask yourself, what brings me joy? Simply for me. What makes me feel connected to myself, to others, or to something greater? Where can I love myself a little more deeply today? And am I tuning into my own inner wisdom or just absorbing the noise around me? You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need a mission statement. You just need to come home to yourself again and again in love and joy. And from there, purpose will naturally find you. I appreciate you joining me today and spending the time. I wish you soulful spirit and purpose and meaning in your life. If this episode touched your heart, share it with a friend, follow me, drop me a comment, and just be reminded of your own beautiful purpose. And you are not getting old, ladies. You are becoming more fully you. Until next time, stay radiant, stay powerful, and don't let that old lady in. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Don't Let the Old Lady In. Remember, age is just a number. Your mindset, energy, and passion are what truly define you. If this episode spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend. Subscribe and leave a review so we can continue this journey together. You are strong, vibrant, and unstoppable. Until next time, keep living boldly, loving yourself fully, and most importantly, don't let the old lady in.